Hi, everybody. Welcome to my review for Regretting You, which is now available on digital. I don't have a physical item to hold here to talk about with this because it's a digital release, but thanks to the folks who sent that over to me so I could review it. So you can rent or purchase it now on your digital platform. This movie is another Colleen Hoover adaptation. She's the hot author of the moment, having done It Ends With Us, which was a rousing success and at the box office, and not so much one off screen, but that's not the movie we're talking about. We're talking about Regretting You. It stars Allison Williams, Dave Franco, McKenna Grace, Mason Thames, Scott Eastwood, everybody's favorite Nepo child, and Lee Fitzgerald. This is about a a couple who there's two couples, a pair of sisters and their boyfriends, and it looks like there's some chemistry between two of them that aren't together. They're with the opposites, and one's pregnant, and then we go later, and one couple's married with the daughter all grown up, teenager now, and the other is just having their baby, gonna get married, and then an auto accident happens, and it finds out that the other ones were having an affair. The will they, won't they ones were not, and then they're dealing with the aftermath of that, and McKenna Grace meets this cool boy at school named Mason Thames, where she could be the other girl in the situation, but it's not like, whatever. Clancy Brown also in this as Gramps. The movie is, it is some melodrama vanilla going on here. Not meant to be a fun movie. McKenna Grace is terrific in it, though. I really thought she was pretty good, and she's up and comer. That's really hit her mark. But yeah, this movie deals with, Aaron Newer said it best, like, it deals with two kids with film school desires and wanting to go, and he said, I hope they both fail film school. But yeah, this is a whole lot of secrets that don't need to be secrets movies, keeping things from people, when open and honesty would have prevented this movie from happening. But, that's not real life all the time, but this one feels overly dramatic for it. It means to do well, but altogether is this kind of, it wasn't my thing, for the most part. Aside from some nice performances and stuff, this is just kind of it could be a background movie. I will say, though, I'm going to say some kind things. I am very happy for this movie's success. I want, for theaters in general, I want people seeing varieties of movies, and if this is another type of movie that isn't a, big, has to break the bank to save the box office type movie, making a movie with a reasonable budget, with some creating new stars, making some star power, making it back. That's like teenage, melodrama stuff, bringing other demographics to the theater, like giving them something to cheer. That is what I want. And that I cheer on the success of this. I just want better movies in that, area or field, but I will cheer the success of it. And I will say one really nice thing. My biggest positive from this movie is it has one of the funniest scenes I've seen all year in this movie. I will say, I will set it up. There's a scene shortly after the deaths in the movie, the pivotal deaths that open this whole bucket of worms up, where McKenna Grace goes to meet with Mason Thames in, I think maybe this is a school parking lot or something, and smoke weed. I'm going to leave it there. After it, I genuinely chuckled out loud. I was like, oh man, I was back. And then the movie went back to underwhelming me. So I will say this movie does include one of the funniest scenes of the year. Not sure it's worth checking the whole movie out to see it, but I laughed really good. So props to that for it. So this movie, I give a 2 out of 5. A 2 looks like it was the most wretched thing. It's just vanilla. That's my problem. It couldn't even be bad at parts to where it was entertaining and stuff. It was just there. So props to the success of this movie. It wasn't for me. If it was for you, that's great. Awesome. Let's go to the video. This is a streaming movie, so it's going to depend on your setup, your internet at the time where you live. But I was actually very impressed with how this looked on 4K Ultra HD. The video, like, The blacks on this one, normally on streaming, they promote 4K Ultra HD image, HDR stuff, but like you can see the crushing noise, stuff like that. This one had none of that. It was a really solid image. The dark had good contrast to it. There was a strong sense of detail on everything. Skin tones were consistent throughout. I had no real qualms with this one. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 for the video. Audio, the Dolby Atmos. This isn't the type of movie that really demands Dolby Atmos, but giving the spatial texture and stuff that the speakers give, it makes it a nice full sound. Vocals are the backbone of this movie, and they are front center, loud, clear. Actions and stuff feel lifelike right there with you. Yeah, I mean, and the sound travel is accurate, though it's not like a big whirling movie. It kind of is what it is, and it's, I mean, the best for being a talkie movie. This is probably the best you're gonna get with it, so I give it a 4.5 out of 5. At this time on digital, let's move to the extras. At this time on digital, there are no extras. There may be when the Blu-ray comes out, and they may be added to the digital when that happens. But at this time, if you were to rent or purchase Regretting You on your streamer format, I have Fandango at home is where mine redeemed. There are no bonus features, so you got to goose egg it. This is purely like a watch it now thing. So let's go back here. The movie I give Regretting You, I give a 2.0 out of 5. I am not regretting that score. Video, 4.5 out of 5. Sound is a 4.5 out of 5. A goose egg on the audio, but since this has no bonus features, and so this would be a glorified like rental here, and this is my recommendation of the movie and the presentation of said movie, I'm going with a 2.5 out of 5 overall. I'm not, if this was a disc, I feel like it would be a different thing, but because this is purely checking out the movie, to me, I'm not a digital, I have a digital collection and stuff, but that is not, in my terms, like a collecting thing to do. I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5 for Regretting You. Don't regret it, but hey, if you like this movie, let me know why. Tell me, share your love for the movie, since I didn't have a whole lot for it. I want to hear, not in defense of or attacking me, share your love. Stand by your opinions. Tell me why this movie is awesome and why people should watch it. That's perfect. I like that. So let's celebrate that in the comments to contradict what I've said here. I'm fully for that. So thank you for watching. If you're in the United States and you're watching this the day it posts, have a happy Thanksgiving holiday. And yeah, and to those of you Midwest Doctor Who fans, I'll see you at Chicago TARDIS. But until then, stay phone positive.